joined by two stakeholders of a proposed tour development called Hidden Niugini. The proposed tour takes place on the Sepik River in Papua New Guinea. Today I'm joined by Charlotte Crichton, a representative from the village in which the tour will take place, and Azim Kratui, the tour company is proposing the development. So first, let me discuss the proposed tour. Hidden Niugini is an internationally based tour company who wish to offer a 5-day, up-close and personal cultural encounter with the river's tribes. Their aim is to educate and enlighten tourists about local people's way of life by travelling along the Sepik River to propose guest houses in river villages. The Sepik River is the longest river in Papua New Guinea and runs from the Victoria Emmanuel Range, one of the most inaccessible rainforests in the world, and is the largest uncontaminated freshwater source in all of Asia. The river runs through no major towns, only tribes, and is the home to crocodiles and many birds of paradise. Life on the bank of the River Sepik revolves around food, transport and culture. As we've discussed, the tribes are very passionate about their culture, but will opening it up to this tour dilute their culture and destroy it for future generations, possibly westernising it? Azim, can you tell us about the impacts that you believe this tour will have on the culture of the tribes?
I will be talking on the establishment of Papua New Guinea. So, which is like I will be talking about the social culture, environment, economic impacts. So coming back to the question, there will be different type of development in the social culture impact, which will be the attitude of the local people that will be changing, and the importance of the value will be changing as well. And there's a building of understanding. If the foreigners will be coming to Papua New Guinea, that will be social impact in terms of understanding the culture, and the social network will be increasing as well, and there will be a globalization system throughout New Papua Guinea, throughout the world, and there will be a culture diversify.
Charlotte, how do you believe this tour will change the culture of your tribe?
I must begin by clearly stating that I do not support the establishment of the 5-day tour along the Sepik River by Hidden Niugini. They may state that their aim is to provide tourists with an up-close and personal experience with the local people with the hope of educating them on our culture. But the reality is a purely attraction for tourists. In my eyes, this tour places Westerns in a superior position and makes us a source of entertainment to stare and point at. To give you an example, one of our main traditions, which remains in place today, is the excruciatingly painful ceremony in which young men have their backs cut to resemble the markings of a crocodile. My husband had this done as a young man, and my son will have this done in a couple of years. While to us, this is a mark of a man and a future leader worthy of respect, I believe the marks left on these men would be horrifying to the eyes of the Western people.
Obviously, Hidden Niugini's primary purpose for offering the tour is to make a profit. However, they also plan to employ local people to make a sustainable difference in the community. Nonetheless, Charlotte, you won't be part of the tour's schedule. What do you think the economic impact will be?
A vital concern for me is that Hidden Niugini's 5-day tour does not incorporate and benefit all of our community. I myself am not part of the itinerary. Therefore, members of our community, including myself, will lose elements of our culture with little to gain. If Hidden Niugini want to invest in our country, they should come up with a plan that benefits all of our community. And yes, there is this suggestion of employment for our community. However, my community is perhaps the most linguistically and culturally diverse area on the planet, with over 300 languages in the area the size of France. English and other popular languages are not spoken. Therefore, in reality, because of this language barrier, it is unlikely that any of our locals could be tour guides, unless Hidden Niugini were willing to invest both money and time into educating them. I imagine the company will instead bring in their own staff. Furthermore, this is an internationally based company, and therefore it is clear that very little money will even be invested into our community, the Sepik River, and the rainforest. It is also unlikely that any of the local people involved in the itinerary will enjoy real financial benefits within the short term.
Yeah, obviously this will be a development for the New Papua Guinea, and an economic impact. There will be culture, there will be create awareness, building more jobs for the local people. There will be a great opportunity for the local people, and the good thing about that, local people will be employed in a different various way, such as like building a guest house, building a road structure, infrastructure. And main good thing, like when the tourists will be coming, they will be having a foreign exchange into their market, and that will be increasing the GDP of New Papua Guinea. Talking about talking about the language and the tour guides, we will be providing them a foreign tour operators which can communicate in local people as well as the foreigner people as well.
In order for the tour to take place, purpose-built guest houses will be built in local villages along the river. Obviously, these are vital for the success of the tour, but will they be built by local people, and what impact will they have on the villages?
The suggestion of purpose-built guest houses in local villages is one that angers me. You say that our community will be provided with the opportunity of employment, but this is a short-term project and therefore a short-term benefit. And while all well and good, while you continue to operate in my village, I want to know what happens in the long term when you leave. These houses will then become the responsibility of me and my people. This is a responsibility that I do not wish to absorb.
Obviously, there will be a development for the local people along with a 5-day tour. There will be a job opportunities building for the local people, such as infrastructure will be developed. There will be a proper road connectivity, proper electricity will be provided to the local people. There will be a great development for the local people, and they will be educating as well. There will be a proper education center, hospitals for the local, which will be benefiting locals as well.
A main concern for both sides when considering this proposed itinerary is the effect it will have on the environment. Charlotte, as a member of the community, what do you believe the effects will be on the environment?
I have numerous environmental concerns. It must be highlighted the Sepik River is part of the largest uncontaminated freshwater system in the Asian Pacific region and has very little development on its banks, something I believe should remain unchanged. Traditionally, we use canoes to travel up and down the river. However, it is likely that Hidden Niugini will want to introduce motorised boats to our river, which will lead to contamination, which would have a devastating effect on the water system and the species within it. My other concerns flow from the activities that Hidden Niugini has suggested will be incorporated into the tour. The first being fishing in our river, with the option of locals cooking the fish in a traditional manner. In my eyes, you may as well steal food from my children's mouths. My second worry is the suggestion of spotlighting. To educate those who don't know, spotlighting is the process of using high-powered lights to illuminate animal species in the dark, and traditionally used to hunt nocturnal animals. The Sepik River and the surrounding rainforest is home to almost 76 mammal species, of which at least 10 are unique. The use of spotlighting to view these animals is both morally and socially wrong in my eye.
Azim, could you deny any of these accusations and persuade us that the ecological effects will actually be minimised?
Yeah, there will be a proper environmental impact on New Papua Guinea. The proper green waste systems and use of plastic materials. There will be recycled product which will be eco-friendly items such as aluminum cans, plastic, paper, glass, and that can be shaped into new items as well, which will be more benefiting, and that will be eco-friendly for all the local and people around the area. This will be eco-friendly machine will be used. Sustainability will be more green systems. There will be use of carbon footprints being charged through the airliners, and considering there will be a proper water and electricity system such as dam, turbines, solar panels. Plants will be grown to keep the environment more green, more friendly. Use of green glass houses will be used as well. The mode of transport such as bicycle, hybrid cars, and walk pathways will be made for the transportation of goods and services. The more big thing for the local will be giving them a knowledge and education, giving them a proper education system. That will be create awareness for the local people to give an idea to foreign people. Thank you.
Well, that has been a heated discussion from both sides, and I think we can all agree there's a lot to be discussed on this topic. We've discussed the cultural effects, ecological impacts of development, and the economic effects of this project and on the tribal communities. Once again, thank you for tuning in, everyone. and I'll see you all next time.